Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the 3 talking points from West Ham United 0, Everton 2 in the Premier League at the London Stadium. Let's get into it. First things first, I want to talk about Gana Gueye. Today, he was absolutely brilliant. He was everywhere. He shut down any time West Ham tried to get some momentum, carried the ball forward at times, broke into their box. He just put in an absolutely brilliant display today, complete performance. And you know what? Since he come back into the side at Cardiff, he's been brilliant. And there was the thing, there was the whole PSG thing, and it probably did affect him a little bit, because why wouldn't it? It was a big move and he probably wanted it for Champions League, but he's had this, he's put his head down, he's worked really hard for us, and today, just absolutely brilliant display. When you look at him, you just think, can we afford to lose him in the summer? Don't think there's that many players like him. I really don't. I think at the moment, certainly this season, I think he's better than Kante this season on performances. Kante's a brilliant player, and when he plays, I know the thing what's done Kante in is obviously Chelsea have moved them, haven't they? They've moved them higher up the pitch, and it's not really working. But he's brilliant where he did play for Leicester City. That's where he's untouchable, really. But Gana's quite close to him. But I think this year, because Gana's played where he does and Kante's gone higher up the pitch, I think Gana has been, exceptional in that role. And I think sometimes we've let him down by not having the right mix of play with him, but he's been brilliant for us the last few weeks, and today he was exceptional. He really, really was. And, a few more performances like that and Everton will be sound for the next few games, because when he's like that and he's all over the pitch and he's breaking down attacks and passing it and getting it back, and he's a nuisance, it means that we can get hold of the midfield. He's up against Declan Rice in there. He's got a lot of people, rate very highly, and the kid didn't have a kick, really. And obviously Gomez helped in there as well, because Gomez is brilliant at keeping a ball. But I just thought it was a brilliant display for Gana, and he would have been my man of the match only for the next fella scoring a goal, and that is Bernard. What a footballer Bernard is. I love watching him. Absolutely love watching him. He's brilliant. Technical ability second to none. Work rate. I said a few months ago, and a lot of people agreed with me in all fairness, but some people disagreed and said he's our best player by a mile. He's our best player in terms of ability and in terms of being able to see things that other players don't quite see. And I stand by it, and he's just gone better and better and better. And today he was fantastic, and he capped it with a goal. I've been critical of him in terms of goals scored, because I think for his ability and for the work rate, he should be getting on the end of things and scoring goals. And the only goal he had before today for us was against Lincoln City in the FA Cup. And he scored today, and it was brilliant. It was a brilliant goal. It was brilliant play from Richarlison and Seamus Coleman, and a great ball by Seamus across the box, and he's there to knock it in. That's where he has to be. I mean, the amount of balls we put across that 6-yard box, he could have probably ended up with a hat-trick today. But he was fantastic today. What a performance. And having him and Luca Dean on that left-hand side, say it before, and other people will say it as well, but it is the Baines and Pienaar thing down that left-hand side for us. It's the comfort of knowing that's sound. That'll cause a lot of teams problems. They're good in possession. They're both clever. They know what each other does. Leave that now. We're sorted. We've got one element of the team sorted. We've got a good goalie. We've got the left-hand side sorted. Seamus is coming back to what we know him to be. Earlier in the season, his form was poor. He was very poor, and he deserved to be dropped when he did, but he's bounced back as well. He's come back with a bit between his teeth. In fact, the only game he'd lost in since the break is the game he didn't play in, which was Newcastle. And he's really been on it, and he was on it again today. He was up for the fight. He was having a go around Nautovic. He's got himself an assist. He was up and down. Brilliant from him. But Bernard, for me, just majestic, and he links everything together. And if he can get more goals, God, he's going to be some player. Imagine him next season when he's had a pre-season behind him. This is a lad that come to us on a free, but he hadn't played since March, and he didn't start a game for us till late September, I think, at Leicester. So, when he's at the pre-season and playing games, I think he's going to go up to another level. He's a fantastic footballer. Loved him at Shakhtar. Loved seeing him for Brazil, and I'm delighted he plays for us. Absolutely love him. And he would have been my man of the match because of that goal as well. Him and Gana, for me, were the standouts today, but brilliant. And my final point is for the manager, Marco Silva. I'm absolutely thrilled for him that we've won this game, that we've had a good little bit of form. It's 4 clean sheets out of 5. People were moaning at him and everything after we lost the 3 games in a week, and it hurts confidence. And you look at the team, and The team had no confidence. You know, when you think back to that Wolves game at home where we gifted them, you know, we gifted them all 3 goals when you think about it. And then we lost to City, which was fine. It was a decent display. Well, it was a hard-working display. And then we went to Watford and we got beat there. And then we went into that break and people were questioning. But they've bounced back brilliantly. And like I say, the frustrating thing is obviously the last 25 minutes against Newcastle when everything got set on fire. It was really poor. And I think today, we've learned from that today. I think at 2-0 with over an hour gone, we were a little bit more conservative and then we break out quickly in the counter-attack. And I'm just delighted that, you know, this week, Everton have actually listened to various people, or the pennies dropped with them that, you know what, to not give anyone access to this manager and then expect other fans who are maybe like that about him to have an affiliation with him. They're not going to. If you don't know anything about him and your results aren't great and you're a little bit twitchy, he's going to be the one that you go for. And I think what Everton have done well, they've done an interview with him, although 10 minutes isn't anywhere near long enough. They've done a few newspaper articles with him where he's got across his points and he's got across his ideas and what he demands of the players and the lengths he goes to. And it's helped. And the result today now just puts the cherry on the top of that, because people over the last few days have gone, I like what he's saying here, I agree with that, I like the way he does that. Oh, he does care and he's working hard. And I think when you do that, you're giving people a little bit of an insight who are maybe a little bit unsure about him. And listen, we know we don't want to get too close to managers because they've let us down over the last few years, but you know, this fella for me is a young coach. He's everything we want, really. We want a young coach who we can grow with, and he's a hard-working coach, and the players love him, and us as fans have got to get behind him. And I think what was really good, the articles were great. We've got the win, which helps, of course it does. And then him going down to the Evertonians at the end, and the applause and singing and clapping him, and he was clapping with them. I think that's great as well, because it does help forge your bond. And if you get that bond with the fans, they'll be there for you. And our fans have been. Certainly the last 2 home games have been brilliant, and he can feel that as well, that energy. And that's why today, 4 clean sheets out of 5 when it didn't look like we had it in us to keep a clean sheet, shows you that they've worked hard during that break, and we're getting the just rewards now. And listen, I think the Arsenal game next week is a game that we can win at home. The crowd, I think the brilliance at the Emirates, they are good away, but they're beatable, and we beat Chelsea last time out. We're on a good little run. Let's go and beat them and really put our marker down when we go to Fulham, and then when United come. But no, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But I'm just made up for the manager today, and caps off a good week for him, because he has, like I said, he's done those PR bits and we backed it up with a win. They're my 3 talking points. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Check out the match reaction, mine and Ped's. Check out Ped's player ratings. Have a great Saturday night. If you haven't subbed already, do so please. And if you want more videos, get over and join us on Patreon. See you later.